This is the first record that I've made that my kids actively request in the car.
Wait, really?
They really do. I mean,
They don't like the older stuff?
I don't ask because I don't want an honest answer.
What's up, friends? It's your girl, Emily Curl, backstage at our iHeartRadio Music Festival, and we're hanging out with Thomas Rhett. Can we get up for Thomas Rhett in our studio? We're so happy to have you here.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Welcome back to our festival. You've played this show a few times, this is like a walk in the park for you.
I have. Now, I was thinking about I think it was 2017 or 18, the first time I did this, and I was just like, holy mother, this is crazy that I'm here. And now, back in 2024, seeing this lineup tonight is unbelievable.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So many people that I've been a fan of recently, and so many people I've been a fan of since I was literally a kid.
Wow.
Grew up listening to the Black Crowes.
Yeah.
I can still hear myself belting Paramore songs at the top of my lungs
Oh,
at
that's
13,
amazing.
14 years old. And so, heck yeah, tonight's going to be awesome.
You belting Paramore is so funny to me. That's like...
I went through somewhat of an emo phase.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I love it. Okay, so you're going to sneak out and see any sets tonight?
I'm going to have to.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
I love it. What can we expect from your set list? You have so many fan favorites, so many songs that we love.
For
How do
sure.
you go about crafting it, especially for a show like this?
It's really complicated, because
Yeah.
normally when we play shows, we have 2 hours to play. So we can kind of
Right.
do a whole bunch of stuff. But tonight our set is 20 minutes. And so we tried to pack a lot of it in. So I think we're going to attempt 6 songs tonight. And we're going to do 3 old and 3 new. And so I felt like that was a good way to kind of balance. We just put a record out 2 weeks ago, and a lot of songs I'm really excited about playing. And so we're gonna put a few new ones in tonight.
I was curious if you're going to play the new one. Okay,
Yeah.
first and foremost, congratulations, About
Thank
a Woman
you.
that's out now. We're such fans of the album.
Thank you.
And it was so cool because obviously we've been in Vegas. We got to experience House of Music, your
Yeah.
immersive
For sure.
experience. Where I was like,
That's
wait,
so rad.
it was so rad. It was
Yeah.
so cool. I feel like we got to see you.
Did you take a picture at the bonfire?
Oh my God, absolutely.
good,
I was
good.
sitting on the cooler. I was
Heck yeah.
enjoying it. And I'm from Georgia, so I feel like I was back in my Georgia
Go
roots.
Dogs, baby. Come
Go
on.
Dogs,
Come on.
exactly. Tell me about this record, though. This
Yeah.
seems like a really special one for you.
It is. I mean, this is my 7th album, which is wild.
Wow.
I've been doing this since I was 20 years old, which is nuts.
Yeah.
Got to see a lot of things, got to live a lot of life. And I couldn't believe when I started embarking on this project, I was like, dang, this is my 7th one.
That's insane.
And the record's called About a Woman. And this record really is about my wife and our relationship, because we've known each other since we were in 1st grade, which is nuts. And so a lot of people ask me, how do you keep writing love songs? And it's like, I have so many memory banks to kind of dig from, whether it's like middle school or high school or college or whatever. And so my dad always told me to write about what you know. And I know about her a lot. And so it didn't start that way, but as we started whittling down songs, like all of these songs sort of reminded me of different points in our relationship.
I was
And
going to say,
hopefully
so
what
it
they're
took
going
us
to
on the
be in the
timeline.
future. Yeah.
Wow. And
For
how
sure.
beautiful, too, with your family and the girls, too. Like, I feel
100%.
like that's also a love letter to them.
It definitely is. This is the first record that I've made that my kids actively request in the car.
Wait, really?
They really do. I mean,
They don't like the older stuff?
I don't ask because I don't want an honest answer. But yeah, I mean, because I think they feel like they were a part of this record in a way, because I've been playing them these demos for a year. You know what I mean? On the way to school, on the way home from school, way to soccer practice, all that kind of stuff. And so they really had a hand in being like, hey, that's my favorite one, or I don't love this one as much, or I love the beat of that one. And so they really had a huge hand in kind of helping me pick a lot of these tunes. And so they know better than me.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, I love that you're getting live feedback from the
For sure.
household. Did they have like a collective favorite, or do they have like a top 3 that they all love, or they each have different ones?
They all have different ones. I mean, my
That's
kids.
nice. That's
my
a
kids
sign of
are
a good album.
Yeah, my kids are they're very similar in a lot of ways, but they
Yeah.
are all very, very, very different from each other. Like Lennon, my 4-year-old, loves. For some reason, she loves sadder songs, which is hilarious. And so, not sad, but like more.
she's an old soul.
More like,
She
she's an
feels
old
deeply.
soul. Like
Yeah.
she's got kind of like a melancholy spirit, if you will. And so the last track on the record is called "I Could Spend Forever Loving You," where like Willa Gray, my oldest, is like, it doesn't bop hard enough. My 4-year-old is like, that's my jam. You know what I'm saying? And so it's really funny to kind of get their consensus as to what they want to listen to on repeat.
Lynn
So,
would be the one, 13, listening to Paramore, falling after her dad,
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
in the emo phase.
Yeah.
I had to say, I loved Whitney Houston nod too. Like
Thank
that
you.
was immediately one of my favorites.
For
How
sure.
did that come about?
It was one of the only songs on the record that I didn't write. And my buddy Ryan Hurd, who is a dear friend of mine, an
Yeah.
artist and great songwriter, he sent it to me. And literally under the MP3, it just said Whitney. And I was just like, what does that mean? So I remember driving down Music Row, and I got to the chorus, and I just like threw my hands up. And I was like, this is amazing. Like if you don't like that song, probably can't be friends.
Get out.
And I was just like, I've loved getting to watch some of the interpolations in country music. I had a hand in writing Heads Carolina, Tails California with Cole Swindell.
Which is such a classic. It's so
And I
good.
kind of swore that I would never do it on my own record. But when I heard that song, I was like, I have to have this. And so I don't know. It just made my soul feel something. And that was enough.
And I feel like it fits the entire vibe of the whole project
100%.
too. Like it felt so seamless in there for this
sure.
project.
Yeah.
And you're getting ready to take this album on the road. So you're
Yeah.
going on tour, and you have some really special guests joining you on this tour. Tell
Yeah,
us
for
about Tell us about the whole thing.
Yeah, we're calling it the Better in Boots tour. There's a song on my record called Boots, and I think it's gonna be the funnest summer that I've ever gotten to have. We took this whole kind of year to do mostly like kind of festivals and private dates, and so it'll be really good to get back on the road on our own tour next year. But I've got Tucker Wetmore, who is a new artist who is exploding.
Love Tucker. Yeah,
Tucker's
yeah.
awesome. The Castellos,
Yes.
a trio of sisters that are the most amazing singers I've ever heard, and our girl Dasha.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing.
Oh,
so
that's incredible.
maybe I'll learn how to dance this year.
This is the year. This is when it's going to happen.
This is the year.
We're also so excited because obviously we're in Vegas and you're
Yeah.
getting ready for a Vegas residency.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. And this is the first time you've done something like this, right?
It is.
Okay.
I've gotten to see a bunch of my friends do it. I watched Miranda Lambert's residency here last year. I got to see one of Luke Bryan's shows. I've gotten to see Bruno do it. I've gotten to see quite a bit of residencies. And what I love about them is, like, as a fan, I'm one of the people that got to see one of 25 shows or one of 10 shows or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a very exclusive experience, I feel like.
That's such a cool way to look at it.
Yeah, and we're only doing 4, so just wanted to dip my toes in the water, and we're doing them in December right during like NFR week in Vegas. And so it's we're kind of already back in rehearsals, kind of remodeling the set to kind of figure out how we want to make these 4 Vegas shows extra special for the people coming. So
that's going to be epic. Okay, so our whole crew will be there. We'll be fine.
Heck yeah.
Speaking of Vegas, can we do a quick Vegas rapid fire game?
Sure.
And then we'll let you go.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you describe performing for Vegas crowds in one word?
Oh God, this is not one word, but from all over the place. I feel like people kind of come here from literally everywhere, so I think when you play a show, you are playing to people that live in Vegas. It's kind of like Nashville in a way. People kind of fly in for bachelor parties or to go to Broadway. And it's like, or somebody's playing at Bridgestone or whatever. We should go. And so I think Vegas is a cool place to play to the people that live here, but also make new fans from people that literally just bought a ticket 30 minutes before the show.
I love it. And the crowd always brings the heat. This is the best crowd that comes out.
They definitely do.
Okay, what is your Vegas guilty pleasure or a must-do in Vegas?
Play craps.
I was going to say.
But I don't play unless I'm with my wife. My wife is 100% my lucky charm at the craps table.
Really? So you need her?
I've tried to play alone, and all I do is lose money. So I wait till she's out here.
That.
Yeah.
Okay. What about? Do you have a lucky number?
8.
8?
Yeah.
Why 8?
I have no idea.
Really?
It started in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
On the craps table.
You're like, the 8 is
I was watching people like, why are you putting numbers on these numbers? And they're like, oh, well, you can win extra money. And so I was like, all right, well, 8. And like at that in particular night, it hit like 5 or 6 times in a row.
Oh my God.
And so since then, that was also my number in soccer. So
wait, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Last thing is, what is the first thing you do when you come home from tour or a work trip?
Force my kids to hug me for 30 seconds apiece.
You're like, come on in, guys.
You have to, and you're not letting go until my timer goes off.
Oh,
yeah.
And are they going to be able to go to any shows this year, like on your tour? Are they going to?
They came a lot this summer, but I mean, they're all in school. And school is a beast.
Time.
School is a beast.
But what is that like in your household?
It's insane. I genuinely think that school is harder being a parent than it was ever being a student.
We don't even realize what our parents did for us at the time.
100%. I mean, if they're late, it's your fault. If their homework is not done, it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? And so like, you have to be really on top of like all that kind of stuff. And so I'm like rewiring my brain to learn math again, which is very embarrassing. But yeah, I mean.
And are you helping with projects? Are you crafting?
Absolutely.
Are you really getting in there?
Yeah, for sure.
So you have a busy summer ahead.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, we're so excited for you. Congratulations on the music, the tour,
Thank you.
Vegas residency, everything. Can we give it up one more time for Thomas Rhett?
Thank y'all so
Backstage. Always so good to see you. Thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here, and don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. See you next time.